Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to 702 Sports on the Sideline, featuring myself, Big Al, and my main man, JP.
What's up?
What's up? Hey, thank you for coming back. I missed you last week. You were on special assignment.
Good to be back, but it's things we'll do for the show.
Right on. And 702 Sports is created and produced by Creation for Cause, a cause-driven media company. And today we are here at Stallone's Pizza Eatery. Last week we were at Stallone's Pizza Eatery at the Santa Fe, where he just built his baby. Nice pizzeria inside the
Beautiful.
Santa Fe. And now we're at his homegrown restaurant. Homegrown. It's got a homegrown feeling. We've got a homegrown feeling. Just like our Raiders, our Knights, and our Aces, and soon to be A's. Yeah. Thank you, America, for coming. We've got two special guests that are coming. We got Paul Brooks coming back, people. Yeah. And we also got a special guest. Means a lot to me, this brother. He is my cousin. His name is Faison. Yes, Faison, like the singer from the 70s. Just remember that song, Riding High, right? Riding High. So, again, I like to go ahead and start off with a recap, if I can, with my man JP, because he was out on special assignment. And the recap that we can start off with is, JP, you said, what about the Raiders?
I said they were going to struggle this year. It was going to, we talked about Garoppolo, whether he would or wouldn't stay healthy. Mm-hmm. But at this point, he definitely struggled last week.
Oh.
And I was actually just now reading. It's funny that we talk about the Raiders first thing. A lot of people talking about O'Connell, the backup. Wanting to bring in the backup already.
Wow.
So only after 2 weeks. So we'll see.
You know what? The Raiders, I still love the black, silver and black, but they got me. I had you guys last week. You see, you still got me jumpy, right? Had you guys +9. You look good. Adams, first play, touchdown, bam, right? But then all of a sudden, Josh Allen, after that horrible Monday night that he had, 5 turnovers, he turned it around.
Yeah, but I think that's a tough place to. They played at Buffalo, so that's a tough place to play anyway. So
right.
I don't know. People want to make a lot of judgments only after 2 weeks.
I'm not.
So I think they're what we thought they would be overall, at least in my mind.
But we have a great game at the Allegiant Stadium this Sunday. Steeler Nation. My other producer Mara loves the black and gold. Right.
So who do you like in that game? Who do you think wins that game?
That game, the Browns had a lot of turnovers, right? And the Steelers capitalized on them.
Great defense. Steelers have a great defense. That's what kept them in last week.
But the Raiders being back at home, and this is a home opener.
I like the Raiders.
I like the Raiders
are
too.
Win this game, actually.
I like the Raiders too. Raiders. Look at Willie.
Raiders got it. I think they're going to take it. Yeah, I think it'll be a close game, but I think the Raiders are going to win this week.
And you know what, too? The bookies got it, too, at a 1-point spread, so they don't even know how it's going to go. But we, at 702 Sports,
we're calling it.
Like
Raiders.
The Raiders. Call it, book it, put it in your wallet. Okay, so now, JP, let's recap from Sunday, right? So the Eagles played Thursday night. It was their home opener at the Link. They looked good. They dominated that game against the Vikings in the first half. Wind up winning the game 34-28. What do you think about that game?
I think the Eagles are one of the best teams right now. You got to look at it. And I was hearing some shows yesterday on Sports Talk Radio, and it's interesting how we talked about AFC. I remember for me and a lot of other people are talking about how the AFC was a lot better than the NFC, and the AFC was going to be tough, which it is tough. But I think so far the Cowboys, the Eagles, San Francisco 49ers, so far the NFC is looking tough. So, but to that game, the Vikings have struggled so far now two straight weeks. They're 0-2. That's gonna. They need a win this week.
You're right. They gotta win this week, and the thing about it is they're going through some defensive issues, people. But let's just go on to another game because there's a lot of there's 2 more games that we want to recap. We want I talked about last week about Joe Burrow's calf injury, right? How he didn't have a lot of reps during spring camp, And it really showed last week. You know, the Ravens won. They were an underdog, right? Came out and won the game, right? Won the game, right? The Ravens did as a 4-point dog. Beat the Bengals 27-24, right? And as I always like to say, who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Yep. So they messed around and came back and won. Joe Burrow also tweaked his calf.
Yeah, it's concerning.
Again?
It's got to be concerning whether he'll get healthy or be healthy all year.
Exactly. So, I mean, it's a
and
long
they're
road.
also 0-2, so it's a must-win this week for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Must win for Cincy, people. You're hearing it right from JP's mouth to the microphone. Okay, so, but here is something classic, like classic Jurassic that had me going. The Cardinals were beating the New York Giants. They were up 20 on them, right? Up 20 in the whole half. The Cardinals up on the Giants came back and won that game down 3 touchdowns.
Every week in the NFL, it's a tough game, so it doesn't matter. Win's a win. You'll take. I'm sure the Giants are happy. They'll take the win. They came from behind, and they were on the road, so that's a road win in the NFL.
Big time. Road wins in the NFL are key. You throw away and lock the key for the home shellacking they got from the Cowboys, 40-0. Remember that last week, America? That doomsday defense that came to New York and shut him down.
And if you look at that division so far, the Giants are in last place at 1-1. So they're
good point.
Three-way tie.
Good point.
Three-way tie, 2-0.
I like that.
Washington got a win. That was a
Redskins got one. Big
surprising.
win in Denver.
Yep.
Right. So
maybe a passing interference, but it didn't get called. So.
You're right. That was too. That was bad. Thank you, refs, for Redskin Nation out there. Oh, I'm sorry, Commander Nation out there. So now let's go and recap college football. What we love. That's your Michigan alma mater.
Michigan didn't look good.
Go blue, go!
That's not the Michigan fight song, man. We'll have to bring that in one of these weeks.
Well, it sounded good, didn't it?
So let's
yeah.
Let's talk Colorado State game. Did you see that?
Oh, I love it.
That was the 4th highest rated ESPN watched football game of all time, college football game.
Do you hear that? He came out with
a regular season game.
With a TV rating. Oh my goodness. Oh,
and that was the late game in the East Coast. And the East Coast, that game was on at 1-2 in the morning.
Oh my goodness! I know because it went to double overtime, right? And I had Colorado, and I knew they wasn't gonna cover that. But crazy enough, 2 overtimes. The game ended at 11:45 p.m. I fell asleep on the game, and I don't fall asleep on no college football, people. I don't. So, but let's just talk about the other good thing. Let's talk about some homegrown. I got goosebumps right now. Homegrown, where my son goes to UNLV, and they pulled off a victory. Yeah. UNLV beat Vanderbilt. Beat a SEC team? What? They beat a SEC team. They beat them 40-37. The new head coach this year is 2-1 on the slate, right? So homegrown, let's get out there and support UNLV.
Yeah,
please, let's get out there.
Sorry, their one loss the week before, go blue.
The big boys had to beat little brother.
It was not fair.
But guess what, though? To betting people, UNLV covered. So don't think you can go out there and just think you can smoke out UNLV. So if you can get like 4 touchdowns, put it in the bank, put it in your wallet, okay? Because the team's 2-1, and they're not slouching this year.
Quarterback's a little banged up, though.
Quarterback is banged up. Now, Colorado has to play Oregon. And this is the last of the recap for college football because, you ready for this, America? It was chalk Saturday. 85% of the underdogs, 85% of the underdogs covered last Saturday in college football. 85%. But this team right here, Oregon, was one of the teams that covered. They won 55-10. 55-10. And now they got to go play Colorado, right, this week. So now we're going to slide right into week 2, right, in college football. What do you think of Colorado at Eugene,
I think
getting 3 touchdowns.
It'll be an interesting game, but I think Oregon wins the game.
By how much are they going to cover?
That's a toss-up. I don't know. I don't know that. I think they can, but I don't know. Colorado is not a mystery team, but.
You remember our first show?
It's
that
just
we talked about?
no. Yeah, gave me Dion, but not in this game.
But remember our first show when they played TCU and they was getting 3 touchdowns? What happened?
But I think Oregon is a better team than TCU.
What happened?
TCU had question marks.
What happened? It was cash money. You know what I'm saying? So
what do you think? Will they cover?
Yes, they will cover in this game because you know what? Recapping what we talked about against Colorado State. Colorado State has a decent defense, but Colorado prevailed.
And
they prevailed and won that game. So
Hunter didn't play a lot of the game, but last week because he got injured, but he'll be out this whole game.
I know
so
you told me that injury he had.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough.
The injury he had, I thought it was cracked ribs, but JP, what you tell me it was something bigger than that? What was it like?
Well, I think it's they didn't say ruptured, or it's a liver.
It's a liver. You know what I'm saying? So but you know what? That shot that safety did at Colorado State, he shouldn't be playing on the team because Hunter was clearly going out of bounds and caught a helmet right there. So, but you know what? That's just gonna make Prime a lot more angrier. And we don't want to do that because when Prime gets angry, what does he do? Cash money, right? And and I know he told his boys, we going to Eugene, to Oregon, not to lose. See, it's a difference when you go there and play, but they are playing to win, they did against TCU.
He's made a difference. He's definitely turned this team around quickly. Mm-hmm. All you can really hear about right now is people talking about Deion Sanders or talking about Colorado. So I think it's a good thing, and I think this will be, if they could somehow win this game. I think there's already, I don't want to say hype, but I think there's already that momentum, and then they haven't had too much adversity yet.
They got SC next week at home.
Yeah.
So this is a game, and Colorado's moving up the charts, people. So I'm down with Prime.
It's only a matter of time.
It's just a matter of time.
Colorado is going to get it done. Whether they get it done this week against Oregon, it's just so early and a tough test. And without Hunter.
What was this was a good game, America, that JP was talking about. Kind of overwent my head, but this is really the game in college football. It is Ohio State going to South Bend. Ohio State at Notre Dame.
And Ohio State has historically done well against Notre Dame. It's tough for me to, as a Michigan fan, to talk anything positive about Ohio State. But I don't know. I'm hoping. I'm personally rooting for Notre Dame, even though I don't like Notre Dame either.
All right.
But I think if you had to pick, I think Ohio State would be the pick.
You know what? I do like Buckeye Nation. I do. Notre Dame did pick up the transfer from Wake Forest, Sam Hartle, right? And he's good. They got through for 4,000 yards last year at Wake Forest. So he transferred again. Remember that word, America? Transfer portal. I always keep talking about that. Teams that go through the portal come out glowing at the end of the tunnel. So this game right here, I just like the over in the game. I think South Bend is going to be jam-packed. They can pack, JP, like at your stadium was 125,000. Notre Dame can pack 118,000 up in South Bend. So that could be the game that Ohio State loses if Notre Dame comes and brings their A game. Now,
I hope so.
I know you do, because Michigan will be solely in first place of the Big Ten. I think they're gonna score a lot of points. 54 points. They can get that over. I'm booking it. Cash money. 54. 54 is the over/under. Another game you talked about was Florida State and Clemson.
Who you like in that game? Florida State. I like Florida State.
I like
Clemson. Still question marks to me.
I'm going with the Seminoles. I like the Seminoles. I've liked them since the 90s until my Gators started glowing. Oh, and speaking about the Gators, oh Lord,
Yeah,
I almost forgot about it.
I didn't think a Florida fan would be down for Florida State.
I do.
How does that work?
I do. Florida State had problems. Gators started shining. Been a fan since '93, right? And speaking of the Gators, they pulled off the mega upset. They beat their rivalry, Tennessee.
They didn't just beat them a little bit. They beat them bad.
Oh, they beat them down.
Really
They beat them down. But, I don't want to brag too much, because we play a cupcake this week, but we bounce back, from the shellacking that we lost to Utah.
That's a big win. That's a rivalry game
huge.
every year. So that's a
huge.
Congratulations to the Gators. I'm happy.
Thank you. So
I
last
got no
game,
love for Tennessee.
What do you think? You picked out this game here. He said,
Yeah,
what about the UCLA-Utah game?
Yeah, that's early. So there's I think 6 or 7 top 25 teams playing each other, and UCLA is at Utah. It's gonna be big Pac-12 game,
big,
significant. So I'm trying to remember last year. I think that was a close game. I think Utah pulled it out. Who do you like in this game?
Utah is favored by 5.
I like Utah.
I'm not a Utah fan. I'm sorry. I know they got a good defense, and
So
I
are
know
you saying UCLA is gonna win?
But this is a big test for UCLA. So guess what, America? I got no comment. This is the first time I'm not gonna say nothing.
No, you got it. You have to say something. Come
See
on,
the stone look on my face? I can't say nothing.
You got to call it.
All right.
Who you got, dude? You can't.
Well, Utah, they'll probably have a blackout at the game because they like wearing black, so everybody be dressed in black. And I'm gonna go against the grain. I don't have my cheese grater with me, but you know what? The Utah Utes will get the victory. They'll get the victory up there, So we'll go with that. That's all I can't even talk right. I can't because I'm talking about Utah. Anyway, so what do you think about this SEC game? This is a good one right here. Auburn, undefeated, at Texas A&M. Auburn's a 7-point underdog. Dog, right?
I don't know. This is tough. I think Texas A&M is at home, so I think that'll make the difference. I think Auburn can pull that out. I mean, it'll be a close game, but I think Texas A&M wins it.
Okay, I put my money on Auburn. I mean, don't ask me why. They're SEC. I followed them a lot over the last 20 years. They play the Gators a lot.
Texas A&M is now SEC as well.
SEC, but they're newbies. Yeah. They newbies into the league because they used to be a Big 12. So I'm just gonna go with the team rich in tradition, right? Playing the Gators and playing teams in the SEC that Auburn just beat Cal last week, right? So this is gonna be a hard game for them, America. But a touchdown, getting 7.5, I gotta have it. I just gotta have it. What do you think about this Arkansas? This is a good game. Arkansas at LSU.
LSU is a tough place to play, so I think LSU being at home, they bounced back last week, so I like LSU at home.
Are they going to beat Arkansas by 18 points?
I don't know about that.
There we go.
Cover.
So
I don't think they cover.
Right on. So we agree on that one. Arkansas plus 17.5. Get it. Put it in your wallet. Put it in your purse, honey. All right. So again, we've talked about recapping. We did the NCAA. And now I want to take a slight moment out, right? Because my heart and my spirit speaking to me, right? So I like my cousin here because I have a special gift for my crew, right? And I thought about them, right? So Mr. Faison, could you please come here? Thank you very much. Here we have 702 Sports on the sideline. JP, Big Al, we got these beautiful navy blue shirts. There's one right here.
Here we go. Wow. Those are for us?
Yes, and we also have our social media platform right here. Thank you. Thank you, Israel, my photography man.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
One question. Where is this amazing location that we're we're shooting at right now.
We are shooting at Stallone's Eatery. We were there last week at the Santa Fe, where he built a beautiful restaurant right in the sports book. Yes. So this is his homegrown, where he started at right here, restaurant. It has a nice feeling to it. As you can see, all the basketball jerseys. Right. Oh my goodness, is that a Gator shirt? Oh Lord, can somebody get a piece of that? Yes. Look at that. And we got the Gators when they won the title too. Number 90 there celebrating. Putting up the Omega sign. Hello. And we've got Laker memorabilia here. Home of Brooklyn's finest pizza and Italian eateries, Stallone's. Come down here. Please come down here. Come down here off Silverado Ranch and Bermuda. If you're on the southeast end of town, or if you're on the northwest end of town, please come to the Santa Fe station, located right off the 95 and Ann Road. You can't miss it. It's right on the right-hand side. Now this is Faison here. He's a big sports fan too. He's from Chicago like myself. Good looking guy. See, it runs in the family, see? You know what I'm saying? Yes. Come sit down with me. All right. Willie's here too. So let's what is one of the games, right, that stand out to you, right? Like hit it, got the NFL right out, got like four good games right there, right? Give me a two-piece, as we say. Remember, give me a two-piece, brother. Give me a two-piece.
Okay, I got you. My first pick, I got the Ravens at home, minus 7.5. I don't know if they're gonna jump up yet, but I'll take that for sure. And then my next pick is the Dolphins.
Comeback kids. Remember when they came back against the Chargers?
Yeah.
Remember we were talking about that?
I was going crazy that game.
I had the Chargers, and then Faison comes and sees me, right? I'm like, oh man, that's all I need for $950. And next thing you know, the Chargers lost the game. Right? And then, like, all of a sudden, they lost it with a minute to go. And I seen that $950 go right to the toilet, right with my vomit.
Dolphins playing good. The Dolphins are one of the better teams in the AFC right now. So they
Yeah.
and
you know
that's
what?
a good pick.
I was stupid last week, and I didn't bet the Dolphins, and they easily beat the Patriots.
Yep.
Easily beat. They was only laying 2.5. I take the over 44. Dolphins scored 27. I couldn't get nothing from New England. You know, so, and just to let you guys know, like, I'm not really bashing the Patriots, but I learned something watching that game. Doug O'Brien, who used to be the head coach at the Texans, is now the Patriots offensive coordinator. He is a run heavy type of guy. And I'll be surprised if that team scores 25 points. The offensive line is really bad. And with Josh McDaniel, who used to be with the Patriots, is now our Raider coach. Hello. Can I get? He's the coach at the Death Star, right? Remember that. I'm a big Star Wars fan. Vader's my guy, right? I'm going to call Josh McDaniel Vader. So Josh McDaniel is going to get this win for us. I'm sorry, Mara, against your Steelers, but I'm really super hyped at us getting our home opener.
I'm not a real fan, I'm a diehard fan.
That's right. And the Dolphins also are having their home opener, JP, right? They're playing the Broncos, who just lost, who are beating your Commanders, right, at one point. Lost that game. Now they got to go to Miami, and Miami got the home opener, and they're up 2 games to nothing, and they're minus 6.5.
I think they win big. I think the Dolphins win pretty big in that game.
All right, we agree. One of the Twin Powers, activate. All right, so here it is. We got all three of us agreeing with Tua, right, and Tyreek Hill at home opener Dolphins. Now, let's talk about this team here. This team is dark, right? And I think Vader agrees with me. They're that spooky good, right? Spooky, right? Like this. Yes, America, the Cowboys smell like they are coming back. Yes, this team has only gave up 11 points in 2 games. This doomsday defense is all that. And I'm not on the Cowboy wagon. I seen them when they beat the Broncos in the 70s as a 7-year-old kid, right? They crushed the Broncos. Craig Morton quarterbacking, right? They played "We Are the Champions" after the game, and that was enlightening to a 7-year-old kid, myself, back in 1977. So, but coming up, the Cowboys are minus 12.5 at the Cardinals. And remember, the Cardinals were beating the Giants by 20 and lost the game. Now they got the big boy. Now they got the big boy Cowboys. What you think about that?
I like it a lot. I like it.
Is that a mortgage maker?
It's a mortgage maker. It's a bank statement.
There it is. It's a bank statement. So, JP, is that a mortgage maker? What you think?
Absolutely, yeah. The Cowboys are going to win big.
Yeah.
They're going to blow them out, in my opinion.
Yeah, we are vibing here, people. Ride this wave, okay? Ooh, maybe feel like that. All right, so that's a little 88 taste for y'all, okay? So, other than that, we've discussed the games that we like in NFL. No, we got to talk about the hottest thing on the planet. What is the hottest thing on this planet right now?
Are you switching sports?
We staying right with it. What is the hottest thing in Vegas right now? Starts with an A.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're switching sports. We're talking NFL, so we're not talking
Yes,
NFL anymore.
yes. We're going to go with the Aces. Yes, the Aces. The Aces. Nah, the Aces. The Aces going on their back-to-back journey. JP, Faison, the 6th Man of the Year award goes to Alicia Clark.
I think it's sixth.
Yes.
I think it's sixth person.
6th person? Well, I don't want to say man. I want to say woman because
Sixth woman.
Alicia Clark is beautiful. I seen it on the news. I was like, wow. So I take that back, America. Alicia Clark.
She's the 6th person.
She's the 6th person.
So congratulations.
So, I wish I had a broom here.
From 702 Sports on the Sideline, congratulations.
Congratulations, Alicia Clark.
Well deserved.
And I wish I had a broom, but I'm just going to use this cue card because you know why? They just swept the Chicago Sky. See the sweep? Swept them 2-0, right? 2-0. And now we got to play the Dallas Wings.
They're rolling.
They rolling too. They just got done winning. And you know what? The season series cap from the Aces playing the Wings, we made money on them, right? Because our Aces ran through them. We lost 1 game to them. The first game, remember?
Oh, yeah, I remember that one, yeah.
Remember that? And then after that, we just cash money. We just handled it. We just handled it down the line. So I'm looking at it like this. When I seen Asia Wilson had them 38 points, right? And 3 rebounds. No, I'm sorry. 3 blocks, 38 points, and 15 rebounds. And she was hype. Like, she's, yeah! Like, I love to see that from a female, right? Like, I mean, really, like, she should be the MVP. But guess what? They gave it to Breonna Stewart of the Liberty. Like, serious? Yeah,
What?
they gave that to her. That's what I'm saying. That's Mr. Paul Brooks right there, America, right? The global ambassador. He's a big Aces fan like we all are. So, first game is Sunday here at home. Support the Aces. Support the Raiders. I don't know which game you're going to go to because both of them play in the evening. So, get out here. If you don't even live here, come out here. Come out here to Vegas. We don't have these 115-degree weather no more, right? We done dropped it down to about like 100, maybe 95. So you're safe to come here. But right now, I want to go ahead and take a small little break right now because I got to get Paul revved up for this, right? And we will see you back in 2 and 2. Hey, everyone, and we are back, and I got my special guest, Mr. Paul Brooks.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing? Good to see you.
Good to see you again, Paul.
Good to see
Welcome
you
back.
guys. Missed y'all.
And, Mr. Paul Brooks is the global ambassador for Best Buddies. We had him on in our very first episode. and he really educated us a lot about Best Buddies. Can you get a little recap so in case America forgot about Best Buddies again?
So what Best Buddies is the one-on-one friendships that pairs people with intellectual and developmental disability. So your buddy has disability, same interests, same hobby, same everything, same gender. And also, Best Buddies also to promote jobs, integrated employment. Shockingly, Big Al, about 80%, Big Al and JP, about 80% of people with disabilities don't have jobs. So here at Best Buddies, we also promote integrated employment. You know, it's very important for a person with disability to have a job, pay taxes, be independent. We also have leadership. You know, I'm a global ambassador, great leadership, great speakers, buddy speeches. We saw you at an event not too long ago at the Chevy Automotive Museum. I hope you had a good time there.
I had a great time. I met your mother.
Oh, yes.
And she, oh, wow. I got goosebumps right now, America. I love his mother. His mom is an expert like me. She don't hold nothing in.
Shout out to my mom, my dad.
Shout out, to Mr. Paul Brooks, who's a hip-hop head just like me. I love it.
So we have leadership. We also have our new pillars, independent living. A person with disabilities dreams always to be independently. So they created independent living. So at Best Buddies, we're doing that. We're creating friendship, jobs, leadership, and independent living for a person with disability, not only to grow but also flourish in the real world. And Best Buddies done a lot to me, helped me growing as a young man. Believe it or not, Alan JP, I was once a very shy kid, actually. I was very timid, actually.
I don't believe that.
I can't believe that.
At one point in time. So it took me from being a bullied youth to now I'm like the most lovable member of my family. Everybody want to go hang out with me. Everybody wants to talk. Everyone wants to goof off. It really helped me come out that shell and help me grow as a person. So I'm very grateful for the Best Buddies for giving me a job and also giving me the tools I need to succeed in this real world. And I'm very thankful for that.
And I remember that one word that you taught me in episode 1, inclusion.
Yes, inclusion.
Inclusion, and inclusion touches my heart and my soul because inclusion means everyone. Everyone, you know what I mean? And that's how the world has to be. We have to include everyone and not leave no one out. You know what I mean? And if you got a chance to have a platform or above means, reach out and touch someone. Get some inclusion in your life. You know what I mean?
Well, they gotta go to bestbuddiesnevada.org and sign up. Your best friend, your friend for life, is waiting for you. It'll be a great journey.
Paul told me something too. Also, I found out that Tom Brady
is a best buddy.
The GOAT, people, the GOAT.
Go Blue.
The Go Blue is a proud sponsor of Best Buddies. So, let's get on this train and stay on it for life. Best Buddies for life.
Woo! Best Buddies about inclusion.
Yeah. So now I want to talk to Paul because, Paul, didn't you tell me you're from Seattle, huh?
Yeah, from Seattle.
All right. So now we're going to talk about some baseball. Okay. Seattle, you talk about the AL West.
Oh, it's crazy right now.
Okay.
It's insane.
Okay. We got a 3-way split where these 3 teams cannot afford to lose. That's the Texas Rangers. That's the Houston Astros. And we all know about the Astros. And that is the Seattle Mariners. Seattle Mariners is the underdog out of all of this, right? So we really, really are going to see some entertaining baseball these last 2 weeks. There's only 2 more weeks of baseball.
And they've been one of the hottest teams since the All-Star break.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right, JP. Good point on that. Good point on that. So Texas was hot, but I found out through the grapevine that they're too inconsistent.
Oh, yes, that's very true.
Way inconsistent, So, again, that race is to be determined. Now, we all know the Dodgers, they clinched the NL West, right, for the umpteenth time, right? The Braves clinched the NL East, right? So they're one of the favorites at 3-1 to win the World Series, right? So they've clinched, and
got about 2 weeks left. So this is like kind of the home stretch. Two more weeks, a lot can happen. So it would be interesting to follow along.
Another one of the hottest teams too has made a playoff spot, and they haven't been in the playoffs for 20 years. and that is the Orioles.
Oh yeah,
The Orioles.
they're really
Great
good.
season. What a great young team too. So I think it's not
Yes.
gonna be just this year. So it'll be interesting to see how well they can do in the playoffs.
Their first 2 first-round picks, Gunnar Henderson and Andy Rauschman, right? Those 2 first-round picks over the last 2 years are producing mass numbers for them, right? And it's a good and the veteran Ryan Mountcastle, right? We can't leave out Chucky Mullins, right? They're a great outfielder, right? This team and Bautista, they closer. People, have you ever heard of a 100-mile-an-hour splitter? 100-mile-an-hour splitter.
Wow.
Yes, I seen one game he topped out at 105. I almost dropped my Kool-Aid on the counter. I said, what? And he had a situation where he had the bases loaded with no out.
Oh yeah.
He's supposed to give up a run. Guess what, America? He gave up 0. Channel 0. Gave it up. Nothing. Bautista, all-star closer. He's going to be coming back off the injured list. And watch this team, the O's. The Baltimore Orioles, people. They looking like the fan favorite. People are thinking it's going to be Braves and Orioles. You know, but I'm interested to see who comes out of your division with that NL West. You know, I mean, the AL West. I'm sorry, America. The AL West, Texas, Astros, and the Mariners. So one game I want to talk about, because I know Mr. Brooks would like to talk about this game, the Seahawks.
Yes.
Yes.
That was a terrible.
Yes.
That was a terrible first week, by the way. That was.
The Seahawks lost. They were winning the game and lost the game, but we don't want to talk about 2 weeks ago. We're going to talk about how they went into Detroit at Ford Field after Detroit beat the Chiefs, my Chiefs, after they beat the Chiefs at Arrowhead. Lions come home, host Seattle, and Geno and them won the game as an underdog. Again, as a underdog, came up in there and won the game. Very impressive.
Yes, it was. It was a very impressive win. I loved every minute of it. I ain't gonna lie, I had to get the oxygen, Big Al and JP. You know how you get close games like that? Man, I gotta get this oxygen going. And it was very impressive. I thought they weren't gonna pull it out though, because Detroit is a very good team.
They're one of those young teams.
They built something nice down there, and we just did it like Geno did his thing. I think Geno threw for over 300 yards. Kenneth Walker was running the ball. The defense played exceptionally well. They had that pick 6.
That's right.
And they're up by 10. I wish one thing Seattle should stop doing is keep your leads.
That's right.
Keep your leads.
Right.
Tyler Lockett played very well.
He scored a touchdown.
Everyone, including that game winner. And so it was just a great game all around. And most respect for Detroit. They played a great game. The ball could went both ways. So, man, just a crazy game.
And they got a road win. Anytime you can win on the road in the NFL, that's you'll take that.
That's huge.
Take
too.
those road wins. We got to take it. And again, Seattle is a good young team. They signed Geno Smith contract. Geno been playing football for like 15 years, right? He was a first-round pick with the Jets, and he just sat on the sideline for a few teams. So they have veteran at the quarterback spot.
Unfortunately, they play in the division with, the 49ers, so that's going to be tough.
Yeah, very tough.
And this is how I feel about the 49ers.
I feel the same way.
So far, they're playing great, though. They're one of the best teams right now in the NFL, you got to say.
Oh, yeah, right. They got Brock Purdy.
They got Brock Purdy.
Purdy's already played well, too.
Good wide receivers,
Mid-season
Bosa,
form.
a good defense. Yeah, it's going to be hard when we play them.
Getting it done.
Bosa just got that contract.
Yep.
So he's a cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Now he's like making half a gazillion dollars.
Beast mode.
Yep.
And I don't know who I should give this sound clap to, but I'm gonna give it to the Seahawks. Charge! Charge for the Hawks. And we're gonna give this. That means move. Get out the way. Get out the way. Get out the way. Move. So it was an honor having you, Mr. Paul Brooks.
Yeah, it's always an
Thank
honor.
you so much.
Thank
Always
you.
an honor, JP.
Best of luck
And,
for Seattle.
Oh, yes, indeed.
We'll be looking forward to seeing you again, America and everybody, next Wednesday. For myself, Big Al, Paul Brooks, and JP, we'll look forward to seeing you again. Bye-bye.